Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about my major and what college life has been for me so far. This is totally a different video. May not be everyone's cup of tea, of course. But if you like hearing about UCF, if you like hearing about my college experiences, and if you want to know what exactly I do in my major, then just keep watching. My major is creative writing. It's an English track. It's English track creative writing. That's what it is. I transferred to UCF in the fall from Lake Sumter, which is, there's three or two campuses. One of them is here directly by my house. So I went there for 2 years and then, like I said, transferred to UCF. I just transferred with a general AA in general education because I started off with business at Lake Sumter. I wanted to do business, so I was kind of getting cores of business out of the way. But then I was realizing I didn't really want to do business. Or what happened was I looked at the course list for business from UCF, and I realized that all of the courses looked extremely boring, and I would much rather do something else than take those classes. Than spend 2 years of my life taking classes I didn't want to take. So I thought about it for a while, and eventually I just decided to go to UCF to do a degree that I actually wanted to do, which is when I ended up just changing my AA to a general instead of a business one. But anyway, so now I'm here at UCF taking creative writing. I'm in my second semester of creative writing. My first semester, I'm a full-time student. I took 4 classes last semester, and this semester I'm taking 4 classes. I'm going to try to take classes over the summer because there's a lot to do with this. So, just to tell you a few things, there's quite a few cores for creative writing. I had to take CRW 3013 and CRW 3053, which is creative writing for English majors and theory and practice of creative writing. Okay, I also had to take, I had to take ENG 3014, which is theory of literature. So I had to take quite a few theory classes last semester. They weren't bad, it was just kind of repetitive. But anyway, those classes were really cool. I felt like they just set a nice foundation. Most of the stuff were things I already knew because I've been into writing since I was a little tiny one. So I knew most of the stuff, I have been writing things for a long time. But anyway, that was when CR 3013 and 3053. 3053 was an online class of over 100 students, so it was it wasn't really that interactive. You were put into small discussion groups, which was whatever. But 3013 was taught by Professor Judith Roney, who I actually have again this semester because I was I have to take another class with her. I like her that much. But anyway, so let's see. So the 3013 and 3053 you have to take in order to get into workshops, specific genre workshops. So they have fiction, nonfiction, poetry, and script writing for workshops. Right now I am in a poetry workshop. You have to choose 2 out of the 4, I believe. Yeah, you have to do at least 2, yeah. So if you want to do nonfiction and fiction, poetry and fiction, poetry and script writing, you just have to do 2. I'm going towards fiction and poetry. Right now I'm in a poetry workshop with Dawn Stapp. I'm in a poetry workshop right now. Next semester or next school year I'll take the advanced poetry workshop. And I'll probably try and get to the fiction then because I want to do it and you kind of have to. This semester they were only offering it online though, so I was kind of Plus there weren't a lot of seats, so yeah. In addition to, that's your basic creative writing things, you have to do electives. They're called literary history courses, but they just have to have AML, ENL, or LIT as the prefix. So last semester I took, what was it called again? I closed down my app even though I needed it. Renaissance Women in Literature, which is ENL 3222. That's 3 and 3 twos. That was an interesting class, to say the least. Most of it went right over my head, but I mean, I passed. So, it was interesting. I don't know, I'm not that big of a history buff person, so history classes don't really entertain me. I'm not that interested in them. So I was looking at this list and I was like, ugh. But, you know, Women in Renaissance, I was like, hey, what could go wrong there? This semester I'm taking LIT 3368, which is Magical Realism by Professor Farrah Cato. That one's much more interesting. We're reading so many books. I have 6 books over there. We've read 2 so far. We're in the 3rd one. That's a lot of reading for that class. I will just say right now, LIT 3368 Magical Realism. It's really fun. You learn more about the genre, which I didn't even really know. I didn't know anything about magical realism. But you learn more about the genre, and you're reading a lot of books, and I haven't read a lot of books in a while. I just don't give myself the time to read a book, you know? So it's been good to get into stuff like this. But, yeah. You have to do 4 literary history courses. I've done 2 so far, so I'm gonna have to choose 2 others from this list. There's like, I don't know. None of this looks like extremely interesting to me. I'm just not a history person. Sorry. But then after that, you also have to do CRW electives. So like, there's 2 magazines, I guess, or publications that UCF offers, which is the Cypress Dome and the Florida Review. And you can get a kind of like an internship type thing with them. That's CRW 3950 and CRW 4724. I'm probably going to try and do that next semester because it's an all-year thing. So I'm going to work on that next semester. I don't have that yet. What I'm doing, my CRW right now is the poetry, which is CRW 3310, like I said, with John Saff, which is pretty good. My other classes I'm doing this semester are ENC 4360, which is nature writing, which is the class that's by Professor Roney that I said that I signed up for. That one's really cool. I really like, I don't know, it's very interesting. I love the way she teaches. If you're looking for a like English professor, I would highly recommend anything taught by Professor Judith Roney. I just love her. She's the nicest professor ever. But yeah, we're talking about like nature and how you can use it in your writing and how it's what is nature. Yeah, I don't know. That's a class I'm taking this semester. I'm also taking a foreign language. You have to have, I think when it went to orientation, it was you have to have 3 like semesters, but I think someone told me it's actually 4. Whatever, I'm gonna end up taking 4 anyway because that's how many are offered. I'm taking Japanese. Right now I'm in JPN 1120C, I think is what it's called. I have Tamaki Sensei, Professor Tamaki. But yeah, that one's really cool. It's definitely challenging because that's a class that only meets once a week. So you're thrown information and then you have to learn it all before next Tuesday when you have a quiz. So it's definitely interesting. It keeps me on my toes. It's a language I want to learn because like I want to go to Japan one day. That's just putting that out there. And I've always found Japanese to be a very beautiful and interesting language, much more like not like Spanish and all that stuff. I think all languages are beautiful. Like just hearing someone else speak it fluently is like, oh, it's gorgeous. But Spanish does not interest me as much as like Japanese because like I said, I want to go to Japan. I know it would be like, and I did Spanish in high school, 2 semesters of that. That was kind of like, okay, you know, none of it stuck. It's all gone, and I didn't really feel like repeating it myself again. But there are a lot of language options at UCF. I just was like, I want to do Japanese. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's my schedule for this semester. It's CRW 3310, ENC 4360, LIT 3368, and JPN 1120. And I'm lucky that I only have 2 days there, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Last semester was the same, I only had Tuesdays, Thursdays, but all of my classes met Tuesday, Thursday last semester. This semester, I have all 4 classes on Tuesday and only 2 classes on Thursday, which are my 2 morning ones. So theoretically, I could come home early on Thursday, but I don't because I still go to the gym and all this other stuff. But so that's what I do. I have magical realism first, nature writing second, Japanese, then I have like an hour and a half break, and then I have my poetry workshop. That's my Tuesday schedule. And then I go to the gym. Thursday, I have magical realism, nature writing, a chunk of time before I go to the exercise class. It's at 5. And that's my Thursday. My classes are all back to back to back besides poetry workshop. I have 10:30 magical realism to 11:45, noon nature writing to 1:15, 1:30 Japanese to 2:45, and then break, and then 4:30 poetry workshop. So Tuesday is a lot of let's get to this building, but my first 2 classes are like right next to each other, so it's not a big deal. It's just Japanese that's like halfway across the world. Literally, didn't even mean that, but yeah. So I don't know, that's like my thing. I'm probably going to, it's probably going to take me a little more than 2 years to do this. I'm already almost like a year over with this degree, but I'm probably going to have to go into the summer of next year or maybe fall, because like I said, I want to take 4 classes of Japanese. I don't know if I have to do 4 or 3, but they offer 4, and I want obviously to learn as much as I can, so I'll do all of them. And if it's not offered over the summer, I'll have to like push off and keep like pushing, you know. But as far as my degree stuff goes, it's probably going to go into the summer of next year, unless I do like a lot of semesters with 5 classes, but we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of reading for these classes. You know, like I have to read for 3 out of 4 of my classes. Japanese, you don't have to read, you're just studying, but it's like, yep. But anyway, what else? So yeah, that's basically it, I want to say, about my major, creative writing, once again, in case you forgot. But I don't know. If anyone wants to ask me why you want to do writing, it's because I've been writing for a very long time. It's not like, you know, in-depth professional writing, but I have been writing like little stories, little poems for years, since I was homeschooled, and I did like homeschool English 1 or whatever. They'd like write a poem, and I'd be like, yes. Whenever a class was like, we're gonna write a poem, and everyone else was like, dang it, I was like, yes. I just like poems. I like writing poems. I like reading most poems. I won't say all because some suck, but I like reading poems usually. I was, you know, whenever a teacher's like, so how many of you hate poetry? I'm like, not me. I like it. And everyone else is like, I hate poetry, I can't understand it. It's all so above my head. I'm like, that's not always good poetry then. Sorry. But yeah. Anyway, I like writing. I am excited to do this. I'm really into all my classes so far. I just thought this would be a cool informational video to tell you guys about my major and about what I'm doing at college right now. If you want to know more, if there's questions you have that I didn't answer, then just leave them down below. I don't know, I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, because I talk about college sometimes, but I've never gone into depth. So I figured this was a good video to make, where I go into depth about my major and my classes and my schedule and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you go to UCF, what's your major? Do you have any of the professors I mentioned? You know, let me know. But anyway, short little informational video. Just thought I'd throw stuff out there. If you have questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know if you want more college videos, if you have any ideas of stuff that I could talk about. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just gonna go now, and I will see you guys in my next video.